Good morning, Enid. It is Thursday, September 8th. Thank you for joining us. It is 7:30 on this Thursday. Right now, temperature-wise, 79 degrees. High today is going to be a little warm and muggy at 93 degrees because there is a 40% chance of rain. You say that in a hurry early in the morning. 40% chance of rain today, so keep that in mind. Welcome. This is our, well, we're not really honoring OSU today. This is our Hunger Action Month show, and it's all about loaves and fishes, and we'll explain why we're doing the orange thing today. We're glad that you're with us. Good morning, Enid. It's time to rise and shine. Thank you for joining us today on this Thursday, September 8th, 7:31 this morning. And I think fall will be in the air because I was looking at the weather map or listening to the weather guy the other day, and he said something about 90s. Then he also closed the sentence by saying 70s. So we look forward to some fall weather coming to our area. Speaking of fall weather, let's take a look at our current temperatures across the state in case you have a meeting in Oklahoma City, Tulsa, or even Mangum, Oklahoma. Right now it's 74 degrees. Earlsboro is at 78. Liberty, I've been to Marland and Old Keene. So anyway, all across the state, we're in the 70s today and we'll be in the 90s. And throughout Oklahoma, there is a 40% chance of rain today. And let's take a look at the 3-day forecast. We're in full-blown high school football on Friday and college games Saturday, and pro kicks off on Sunday, I believe. And so you can see how the weather changes a little bit from 94 to 80. I like the way that temperature is going. Now, when that temperature is like at 20 degrees, that's a different number that I'm not crazy about. But I like the fact that it's going to get cooler, 55 degrees. Doesn't that sound good? Thank you, Penn, for putting that up there in our 3-day forecast. Well, school's in session, as everyone knows. Let's take a look at our forecast. Yeah, our forecast for food. Here's our lunch menus at our schools, pre-K to 5 lunch menu. And for today, we'll have tacos. I could do that. Lettuce and cheese. I like the mixed fruit and the milk. I think Thursday, I'm interested in that. But look at this, ribicue sandwich on Friday, carrot cake, applesauce, and all the goodies with that. And of course, good old-fashioned milk, part of that. So those are the menus on Thursday and Fridays. Well, it's amazing. Again, September 8th, it's just amazing how quick the day goes or the month goes. And to find out more about the news that really is happening overnight, we have the bow tie guy, Derek Silas, and he'll update us on the news happenings overnight with the Oklahoma Minute.
Governor Fallin declares a state of emergency for Pawnee County following Saturday's earthquake near the city of Pawnee. The Oklahoma Corporation Commission is shutting down 37 wastewater injection wells, and the Environmental Protection Agency intends to shut down 17 Osage County disposal wells in reaction to Saturday's magnitude 5.8 earthquake. ITT Tech shuts down all 130 of its United States campuses, including branches in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, leaving students to scramble for last-minute school options this fall and cutting more than 8,000 jobs immediately. 200 employees will help students obtain transcripts and apply to other universities. In local news, Waller Middle School Principal Adam Beauchamp has been named the Digital Principal of the Year by the Oklahoma Association of Secondary School Principals for establishing and exhibiting bold, creative leadership with new technologies to further learning goals for students. In sports, this Saturday, OU will play the University of Louisiana Monroe in Norman at 6 p.m. It will air on FSOK. OSU will play Central Michigan in Stillwater at 11 a.m. It will air on FS1. And TU will play Ohio State in Columbus, Ohio at 2:30 p.m. It will air on ABC. And on this day in history, in 1974, in a controversial executive action, President Gerald Ford pardons his disgraced predecessor, Richard Nixon, for any crimes he may have committed or participated in while in office. In 1986, the Oprah Winfrey Show is broadcast nationally for the first time. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Derek. Wow. What does that tell you when you remember those events and you see those numbers back in 74 or 1986? So it's interesting. Good morning, Enid. It's 7:36, and well, we really hope the Oklahoma Sooners show up and play, and we say congratulations to Oklahoma State. The Cowboys had a big win last Saturday, and I think they will be challenged a little bit, but I'm sure they will win. But I'm just excited that fall will be in the air, temperatures will be cooler, and college football's in the air. Here we are on September 8th, and I want to say special thanks to Dane Tate, part of our team here at Good Morning Enid and the Enid Television Network. We have an opportunity right now to show a video, if you will, and it's in remembrance of 9/11. And it's just amazing how quick the years go by, and we will always remember, but this is an opportunity here on ETN for us to remember all those that sacrificed their lives and all those who helped everyone on September 11 in 2001. Let's look at that video right now. And again, special thanks to Dane Tate, part of our ETN staff, for putting that together for all of us to remember about September 11. And it's just amazing. That was 2001, but it really doesn't seem like it was that long ago. But it's important, again, that we remember. Holding steady at 79 degrees right now, folks, and the high today is going to be 93. 40% chance of rain throughout the day today and 50% tonight. So there will be that humidity in the air. Real quick, I'd like to remind you, if you have birthdays, anniversary, parties, graduations, doesn't matter, vacation trips, send us those pictures, and you can send us those pictures to our Holsteins that are waiting on you at gme@enid.org. See, they are at the mailbox. And you can email whatever those pictures or those events that you want us to talk about, gme@enid.org. Okay, I love football and Friday night lights, and let's take a look at some of our ball games that will take place on Friday. And as you can see, there's a long list. Everybody's in full gear, full mode of Friday night lights. Again, for tomorrow night, you see the games right there. Wacomas at Kremlin Hillsdale, and my school, Community Christian, is at Perry. Go Maroons. So anyway, you see all the ball games there. And if your team is not playing for some reason, like Enid High School is off, but we encourage people to go out and support area schools as well. So just because your team may not be playing, we encourage you to go out as well. Well, it's 7:39, and again, we opened the show talking about Hunger Action Month. And we have some really special guests today to talk to us and give us that explanation of why orange and why the Hunger Action Month. So right now, it's time for One-on-One with Jamara.
Our special guest on One-on-One with Jamara is Jennifer Kisling. She's the board director of Loaves and Fishes in Enid. Jennifer, thank you for being with us today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Good morning. Before we begin to talk about why we're wearing orange, let's let the people know what is the main purpose of Loaves and Fishes in Enid and the Northwest Oklahoma area.
Sure. Loaves and Fishes started October 23rd, 2012, and since we opened our doors, we have seen thousands of hungry families from across our area who come to us when they're in need, and we're there to fill that need, to fill the gap when they can't quite make ends meet, and we put together a whole shopping cart full of food, and they're able to take that home to their families. So it's basically our sole purpose is feeding people. It's fighting hunger, feeding hope through healthy food choices, and we do that on a daily basis.
Wonderful. So now that we discussed what Loaves and Fishes, the main purpose is, why are we wearing orange? September is Hunger Action Month, and we're curious to know what you want to accomplish this month.
Sure. Well, I'm wearing orange because it's really easy to find in my closet, if we're really honest. But even though it is football season, I appreciate that Hunger Action Month says wear orange on a Thursday, not an Orange Friday for us OSU fans, so everyone can participate. But it really is to bring awareness to hunger in America. Here in Oklahoma, 1 in 4 children are hungry. They don't know where their next meal is going to come from. And we need to bring that to the forefront and awareness for everyone. A couple years ago, it changed from Hunger Awareness Month to Hunger Action Month, because not only do we want to bring awareness to it, but we want to create an opportunity for people to act on that, to get more involved in their communities. And here in Enid, you have an excellent opportunity to do that by getting involved with Loaves and Fishes, whether it's putting food out on your porch during the citywide food drives that will come up later in the fall, or if it's just coming down and volunteering with us on a daily basis. We're helping people each and every day, and it's a great way to really make a difference immediately with someone. Hunger Action Month was created by Feeding America. It's a nationwide organization, and Wear Orange Day was created by Sharing Our Strength, their No Kid Hungry campaign, and so we just are continuing that tradition in Enid and across Northwest Oklahoma so everyone can wear their orange today.
Wonderful. Now, there are 2 main events that you have planned, or Loaves and Fishes have planned, in order to accomplish this goal. What are these events?
Sure. In the month of September, one of our events is next Monday. It's a screening of A Place at the Table. It's a wonderful national documentary that was narrated by Jeff Bridges. It's fantastic. We've shown it a couple times, the Enid Fly Film Festival last year. This time, it's actually a closed screening just for our volunteers. It's one of those perks of being a volunteer at Loaves and Fishes, but it not only enables us to have some fellowship with our volunteers, but also to encourage them and remind them of what our daily mission is, what hunger looks like in America. Additionally, we have a fundraiser coming up in October, our annual fundraiser, and just all kinds of different events as far as, you know, we encourage people to take their lunch on Tuesdays this month and save that money that you would have spent going out to eat and give that to Loaves and Fishes. We can take $1 and turn it into 6 meals with our affiliation with the Regional Food Bank of Oklahoma. So really donating to Loaves and Fishes really stretches your money, and we can put food on the table of our hungry neighbors here in Enid.
And now, Jennifer, there's also another activity called the Enid Area Community Action Poverty Simulation.
Yes.
What is that?
Sure.
Event?
That is actually an event that is sponsored by the OSU Extension Office, and they're putting that together. That's open to the public. We really want to get some community leaders and movers and shakers involved in that and allow them to come out and really understand better what poverty looks like in Enid and Northwest Oklahoma by letting them go through a day in the life of someone who's struggling. And so that is put together again by the OSU Extension Office, and you can contact them or contact us, and we can give you all the information of how you can get involved. It's 9 a.m. on that day, and should just last a few hours, and it's going to be a really interesting opportunity. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it seems like a very interesting event. Now, You mentioned that there are many ways in which people can help, and I just want to go over those again and just remind the folks watching at home that they can get involved without maybe spending extra money, because there's a lot of people that want to help and they say, well, but you know, I live paycheck to paycheck. My heart wants to give, but my wallet can't.
Right.
And I know that you have put together great suggestions for how to help without staying within your budget, I guess.
Right, exactly. On Labor Day, we suggested that if you were having a cookout, to have your friends bring a couple canned goods to your party and donate those. So it's getting your neighbors involved. It's really educating people around you that this is a real issue in Oklahoma and in Enid. In fact, last year alone, we gave out food over 9,300 times, and that was over 2,300 families, over 6,200 individuals here in our area that are struggling with this, that are having a hard time making ends meet. Other ways people can help out with us, there's really three main ways. It's volunteering, it's donating money, and it's donating food. Volunteering is easy as going to our website at loavesandfishes.nwok.org, filling out a volunteer application, and we'll get in touch with you. Whatever you enjoy doing and whatever times you're available, we'll find a spot for you. There's always things to do down at the pantry. As well, there are big community activities like our upcoming food drive, like I mentioned. That's on October the 9th, the citywide food drive. So you can get involved with that if you have a group that would like to do something.
Yeah.
Additionally, bringing food in, whether it's something that you've received that your family doesn't like, you can bring that down because someone else's family, probably it might be their favorite meal. And it might just be you see a sale at the grocery store, you have a coupon for buy one, get one. Bring the free one down to us. That's a way to help without spending any money.
Yeah.
And then maybe it's refraining from going and getting your favorite $3 coffee and making your coffee at home, and bringing that savings to Loaves and Fishes. Because like I said, every dollar that is donated, we can stretch to 6 meals, and that's a lot of food to spread around to our neighbors.
I think reading on the article on the paper, I really like the idea of saving your money during a week for lunch, if you eat lunch out. That's another great idea, because that's money that you already had planned to use for lunches.
Right.
So there are many ways that people can help. And Jennifer, before we go, what kinds of foods can they bring? I know that you mentioned they could bring basically anything, but non-perishables, or is there a special need for a particular item?
Our biggest need right now is soup. We're coming onto the fall months. We're getting out of summer, and soup is an easy one-pot meal that has usually vegetables and protein in it, so we need soup. Also peanut butter, tuna, canned goods like canned fruits and vegetables. Right now we've been blessed with our garden, and so we have a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables available to our clients, but those winter months are coming and those won't be available to us. So fresh food or canned fruits and vegetables are always a great thing. We also have a large walk-in commercial size freezer and cooler. So if someone is able to come down while we're open, they can bring dairy products or meat products, and we can get those straight into the temperature they need to be held at. So that's always an option as well. But if you're just trying to donate and you don't know exactly what time you can get down, you just want to throw that sack of food into your car at the beginning of the day and bring it down whenever, non-perishables is the way to go.
Very good. Well, Jennifer, let's, if someone wants to help again, the information is on the screen. The website is loavesandfishes.org. You can look them up, give them a call, go in, sign, become a volunteer.
We'd
Right?
appreciate it. Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. And wear your orange today to support hunger
Right.
awareness.
Well, thank you for being with us, Jennifer. Remember, September is Hunger Action Month. Thanks for watching One-on-One with Jamara. Now, let's watch a video about fair housing with Stephanie Carr.
Oh, the Fair Housing Coordinator, that's Stephanie Carr. She is in the CDBG office. It's located upstairs. You take the first right and it's room 202.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Carr, and I'm the Fair Housing Coordinator for the City of Enid. Today we're going to talk about the Fair Housing Act and how it protects you when renting, buying, and securing financing for housing. The prohibitions specifically cover discrimination because of race, color, national origin, religion, gender, disability, and the presence of children. Substandard housing issues are not covered under the Fair Housing Act and will need to be reported to the City of Enid Code Enforcement Office. Here's what to tell HUD when filing a complaint: your name and address, the name and address of the person your complaint is against, the address or other identification to the housing involved, a short description of the event that caused you to believe your rights were violated, and the dates to the alleged violation. HUD is ready to help with any problem of housing discrimination. If you think your rights have been violated, the HUD Housing Discrimination Complaint Form 903 is available for you to download, complete and return, or complete online and submit. Or you may write HUD a letter or telephone the HUD office nearest you. Just outside my office door, you will find some brochures about fair housing and other issues. Please contact me if you have any other questions. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, AJ, for that cue, and thank you for joining us this morning on this Thursday, September 8th, holding steady at 79 degrees. High today will be 93. However, there's a 40% chance of showers today and 50% tonight. We want the water, so come on, rain. And we're looking forward to cooler temperatures. I think fall will be in the air for next week. It's 7:51, and I'd like to just add comments about Loaves and Fishes. A few years ago, I was introduced to that organization through Gail Wynn, one of their board members, if you will, and Gail gave us the opportunity for Penn Klein and myself and Derek to tour the pantry area at Loaves and Fishes. And I was so impressed with the organization, the cleanliness, and just how things are so organized. They had their act together. They knew what they were doing, and I was so impressed with not so much their need that they're meeting, but just the effort to meet that need is just very impressive. So keep Loaves and Fishes in mind with these events, and keep them in mind and when you're writing big checks, okay? So it's 7:52, and I'd like to remind you that City Council meeting will be coming up tonight. Now, since we had a holiday, Labor Day on Monday, typically City Council meetings are on Tuesday. However, this week it will be tonight. Study session will get underway at 5 o'clock. If you do not have cable or Suddenlink, like you're watching today, if you don't have cable or Suddenlink, you can watch the live streaming of Good Morning Enid and the council meeting at enidtv.org. So you can watch what we're doing this morning or the city council meeting on your smartphone, any mobile device, enidtv.org. And then, of course, the city council meeting will be at 6:30 this evening. And so I encourage you to be plugged in with city government information tonight. So, well, if you missed the news a few minutes ago, we're going to bring back the bow tie guy, looking rather dapper today, as usual, Derek Silas, and he has the Oklahoma Minute.
Waller Middle School principal has been named the Digital Principal of the Year by the Oklahoma Association of Secondary School Principals for establishing and exhibiting bold, creative leadership with new technologies to further learning goals for students. And ITT Tech shuts down all 130 of its U.S. campuses, including branches in Tulsa and Oklahoma City, leaving students to scramble for last-minute school options this fall and cutting more than 8,000 jobs immediately. 200 employees will help students obtain transcripts and apply to other universities. Governor Fallin declares a state of emergency for Pawnee County following Saturday's earthquake near the city of Pawnee. Oklahoma Corporation Commission is shutting down 37 wastewater injection wells, and the Environmental Protection Agency intends to shut down 17 Osage County disposal wells in reaction to the 5.8 earthquake. In sports this Saturday, OU will play the University of Louisiana Monroe in Norman at 6 p.m. It will air on FS-OK. OSU will play Central Michigan in Stillwater at 11 a.m. It will air on FS1. And TU will play Ohio State in Columbus, Ohio at 2:30 p.m. It will air on ABC. And on this day in history, in 1974, in a controversial execution action, President Gerald Ford pardons his disgraced predecessor, Richard Nixon, for any crimes he may have committed or participated in while in office. Ford defended his action, explaining he wanted to end the national divisions created by the Watergate scandal. In 1986, the Oprah Winfrey Show is broadcast nationally for the first time. And that's the Oklahoma Minute. Back to you, Steve.
Thank you, Derek. I really was paying attention, but I did not hear. When is the Oklahoma game? What time is the Oklahoma game? OU? Is it at 6 o'clock? Yeah. 6 o'clock. Okay. Sorry to put you on the spot there, but I knew Oklahoma State was an earlier game. And living in Tulsa for several years, you became a golden, TU Golden Hurricane fan, so we're rooting for Tulsa, but it's going to be tough going up to Ohio State. But anyway, so the OU game's at 6 o'clock. All right, thanks. Well, I'd like to remind you, if you're able to hang around a little bit longer this morning, at 8 o'clock, we've got a City Connection show with Mike Cooper. Many of you see Mike Cooper at our City Commission meetings, and he's always giving us an update on his role. And he is the military liaison, if you will, between the city of Enid and the Pentagon and like congressional leaders up in Washington, D.C., and really all across the state. So at 8 o'clock this morning, I encourage you to tune in right here on Channel 12 and 112 for Mike Cooper and to learn more about his role and how he is that liaison with Vance and so forth. For Our Kids has a walk, and I believe that is Friday evening. I'm not sure. There we go. Thank you, Penn. And so the walk, run, mustache dash is tomorrow for our kids for 2016. Gets underway around 6 o'clock tomorrow evening. And I believe First Friday will be tomorrow, even though it's going to be the second Friday. So due to the holidays and things of this nature. So First Friday we'll have all of those events. But one of the key opportunities to help out is For Our Kids. And we will be recognizing Tricia Mitchell. Is it Tricia? Is that right? In City Council meeting tonight with a proclamation. So you'll get introduced to For Our Kids this evening. So we'll talk about that. Well, it's 7:57. 249-4910 is a very important number. That's the number that you can call to adopt a pet. So let's learn more about how we can help out the Animal Control Office and watch this video right now.
We are located at 1200 South 10th here in Enid, Oklahoma, and our phone number is 580-249-4910.
Well, we appreciate you joining us on It's Our Fastest 30 Minutes. We've got to get ready to get to work at 8 o'clock and do the things that we do at the City of Enid. We just appreciate you joining us each and every Thursday morning. We hope you enjoy our guests, the information, the weather, and just everything that we provide, because that's the whole intent. We appreciate you. So here we are on this Thursday, September 8th. Have a great Thursday. Go Sooners, and we'll change the colors for next week. Make it a great day.